Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm for Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today, what I do have in here it is a quick test to a game called the Rising. This game was released in 8 May 2024. It was on early access, but it left early access like pretty much 1 month ago, almost 2 months ago. And so the developers decided to give me a key 1 month ago, but only now I had the time to try it a little bit and see what was all the fuss about around this game. Well, for starters, let's start with the results that I had with the GTX 1650 Super, which is what you are here for. So the first settings that you are here, it is 1080p using the high settings, which is currently the maximum you can go with, but using FSR 1.0, which, well, sucks, but in this game it's actually working pretty well on its ultra quality. By using this combination of settings, so maximum settings with FSR on its ultra quality, I was able to get an experience above 90 frames per second mostly. There are some moments that might drop to 80 somethings, but it was a very silky smooth experience when it comes to frame rate, which I will talk a little bit later about other issues about the game. And if I don't use any FSR at all, my experience it is around 60 frames per second, which means that sometimes it might drop below 60, some other times might be above 60, but that is without upscaling. While using upscaling, like I said, the experience should be around 90 frames per second. So that was the only test that I decided to take on 1080p. Then I decided to move on to 1440p and see how it runs. And 1440p using the median settings, which defaults FSR to its balanced mode, I was able to get around 19 frames per second too. But 1440p using high settings and using upscaling on its ultra quality, I was able to get pretty much around 60, most of the time above 60, but there might be a drop here and there to something lower than 60. While 1440p using maximum settings without any upscaling, my experience it was in between 40 to 50. So basically, for 1080p, if you want a fully experience above 60 frames per second, you should go with the high settings with FSR on its ultra quality mode. And for 1440p, you should use median settings while using FSR on its balanced mode or quality mode. You try to how it works better for you. It should give you an experience above 60. But what about 4K? 4K, the only time that I got above 60 frames per second, it was by using 4K on its low settings. Low settings uses Performance FSR 1.0, while the median settings with FSR on balance gives you around 50s, and 4K on high with FSR 1 on its quality, it should get you around 30 frames per second. So if you want to walk the game at 30 frames per second, 4K high with FSR in its ultra quality performs great. If you want 60 frames per second in 4K, you should go with low while using Performance FSR. So when I was talking about 1080p high settings and saying that my experience it was above 90 FPS and saying that it was silky smooth, at least on terms of frame rate, that means that the game it isn't entirely uh, silky smooth, because there is always some itching and stuttering happening. I'm not really sure what is causing that, but that is a constant on this game. It's always stutter. I'm not sure if it is related with reversal or just some actions, or I don't know. It is a DX11 game, and still it pre-warms some shaders during the first load of the game, but still the game does stutter a lot. They are not very aggressive stutters, don't get me wrong, but still it is very possible to notice some itching here and there with the game. Right, so that's the only issue that I have seen so far. The game it is using Unity engine, so this is not an Unreal thing, and that's about it. As for the game itself, this V uh, this V Rising game, it is a vampire survival action RPG adventure. It takes place in this asymmetric view, and it features a day and night cycle, as you can see. So it's kind of getting into the morning at the moment, so the sun is about to rise, and you can't stay on the sun too long or you will die. In some moments of this gameplay I will die because of the sun, And it's basically, when we say that it is a survival, it's because you need to collect items in order to form, you know, uh, to craft some weapons, to build some walls and stuff like that. The interesting part about this game is that you can play whatever you want. So you can play as a single player PvE, as well as you can play single player PvP, and you can play with cooperative with your friends. You can play through internet with your friends. You can play against any other vampires. Other vampires can help you. So it is a living world. It is an interesting game to play through multiplayer or offline. So whatever the choice that you want. I'm playing with the gamepad, so as you can see, Xbox gamepad works pretty well. But this is typically a game that most of the people plays with keyboard and mouse. So go ahead with that. It is also obviously supported, and it will be released later this year for PS5. So probably some stuff will be better optimized in the future. I'm not really sure about it, and that's about it. And to end the video, I just want to say that thank you to Stunlock Studios for providing me the key for this game. It's an interesting game. It got out of early access, like I said, in 8th May. So basically, all of the stuff it is released already. So you won't be getting any bigger bugs or expecting big changes to the game. If you want to play the game from beginning to the end, the time is now. Also, talking about time is now, the game costs at the moment during the summer sale, if you are watching the video by the time of the release, $24.99. The regular price it is $34.99. I think it's a nice price. But during this sale, it is having a €10 discount, so it's a $24.99. If you have the money and you care about this type of games, just go ahead with that. All right. So guys, I think that's all that I want to talk about vrising. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the benchmarks. There is timestamps on the description of the video for you to jump to any of the specific setting that you want to see. And well, that's about it. In case you have any questions, then just leave on the comment section of the video. Thank you a lot for watching, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Yet another accomplishment. proper tools. Death is not the end. end. This cannot